is Preston Whiteway. I am the executive director of the Eugene O'Neill Theater Center in Waterford, Connecticut. And the recipient, the O'Neill is the recipient of the 2010 Tony Award for Regional Theater, which is wonderful. And I believe it's the first time the Regional Theater Tony has gone to a developmental theater organization, which is really thrilling and humbling.
What's the difference between a developmental theater and another regional theater like the McCarter or the Arena Stage?
Of course. The O'Neill wrote the book. It was founded, blazed the trail when it was founded in 1964 as a developmental institution. No other institution existed like it. And since then, our model has been copied many times, which is wonderful as well. A developmental institution is focusing on the early process of a play, essentially the first step, generally in front of an audience for a play. So it generally is stage reading. What the O'Neill does is a workshop production, stage reading, script in hand. It's focused on making sure that the writer, the author, or the composer, in case of musicals, has the opportunity to hear their work in front of an audience, but also is able to change the work as they see fit, as they see necessary, with very low impact. So they're not having to worry about if they write out a character, that if the producers have lost millions of dollars on sets and costumes to change the play. So in order to give the author the freedom to express themselves and to risk trying something, and if it doesn't work, it's not a big deal because the stakes are lower than at a full production.
And for our readers who are actors, how would you advise, in other words, what is the casting process like at O'Neill? If you can talk about that a little bit.
We are a Lord member and professional. We cast professionally out of New York, equity members. And our casting director is Alan Fillerman, and just be in touch with them. And
what are the advantages of being in on the
What's
ground,
wonderful,
being
yes,
in on the ground floor
exactly,
of the
that's
show?
A great way to put it. So many of the O'Neill is wonderful in many ways. One of the ways is that it's a retreat. It's a former estate on the shores of Connecticut on the Long Island Sound. It's beautiful. And playwrights and authors and composers find that they're able to do some of their best work there in that retreat setting. And thus, many successful shows have moved on. So as an actor, to be able to get in on the ground floor there, you are then have a good chance of probably moving with the piece. Shows that have recently moved on include Avenue Q and In the Heights, Title of Show, Story of My Life, well over a dozen regional productions of plays.
And many of them are Tony winners.
Yes, and they go on to win many Tonys. 9 was one of our shows years ago. I take that back. The first 6 of August Wilson's cycle of 10 plays were developed. We discovered August Wilson as a writer and developed 6 of the 10.
And this is in Waterford, Connecticut,
right? Connecticut, just outside New London on the shore, yes.
Which is the home of?
The home of Eugene O'Neill, the summer home, anyway. They would tour for the year, the family, O'Neill Sr., James O'Neill, and would live in the summertime at the Monte Cristo Cottage, which we own as a museum, and maintain. It's literally, as you walk into the house, you see the set of Long Day's Journey into Night, because O'Neill really set, or the stage directions of the play are his house, and you walk in and it takes your breath away.
So you can see where the play, in real life,
where it all went down.
Where the play of A Long Day's Journey Tonight took place.
Precisely.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
Thank you.